Hey all, Binks here. Whenever a card goes down to 3 energy, myself and most people ask, well, is it going to work in Surfer? And this is no different with the change to Rockslide to be a 3 energy, 3 power card with the same on reveal. I was super excited after this OTA to try a Darkhawk kind of Surfer list, and then we added even more with this amazing chef creation that we have called Surfer Bounce Hawk. The goal of this deck is to utilize Bass to buff up all of our low cost cards. We are going to early on try and inflict some damage into our opponent with things like Korg and Black Widow. We have Forge into Brood because it's just an absolutely brutal thing. Forge also a really good card to bounce. Just play Forge into Beast to bounce it. So many amazing things going for here, so many different ways to win. We'll get a game started right now as we talk about just every card in this deck and why it's so great. So first off, we have the Darkhawk package, which is Darkhawk, Rockslide, and Korg. We're not running Zabu in this deck. Darkhawks are only 4-cost card, and Rockslide goes down and slots into that 3-drop slot. Just really, really good to play these out on curve as much as possible. We also have Black Widow to stop our opponent from drawing. Black Widow is a card that doesn't get played very often, but especially if you bast it, you make it become a 2-3, you play it multiple times with Beast, be a real menace to disrupting our opponent's game plan. We have the Forge into Brood here. Now, one thing you might notice is that why don't we add Absman as well? It can work with things like Rockslide, Forge, Korg, all these other things. I think that you can add Absman, but honestly, it's just the best 3-card combo in Marvel Snap right now. I've been putting in so many decks. I wanted to try something different with the Beast. You probably want to change out the Beast and get rid of the bounce side of it if you want to do the Absman version. If you want to do that, that's totally fine. It's probably a really great deck as well, but this Beast bounce is so cool with this. You know, playing down Korg, playing down Black Widow into Beast, then you can play Korg, Black Widow again, and then another 3-drop on 4. It's just insane how much damage and output you can get. Like I said, Forge into Beast is great. You get a 3/7 that's out there. You get a replay, a 1-cost Forge that can just hit anything. I mean, Forge is just a 2/1, right? Just an amazing card to get bounced. The Mr. Fantastic is just our way to kind of get into additional lanes, and it's a good way to pull up that Bast buff. Then we have the Darkhawk and the Iron Man and the Mystique in here. So the Mystique can either copy the Darkhawk, it can copy the Iron Man. It's an amazing Bast target. Like I said, there are just so many awesome things going on with this deck. A million different ways to win. As far as how it performed, I feel like I got a little bit unlucky. It still ended up right about 500 and being slightly Q positive. You didn't face, I don't think, any bots while we were going. But I really think that there's something here with this deck, and I'm so excited to keep digging in. And I think this deck can absolutely bang for you on either Conquest or... As always, if you're enjoying this content, make sure to hit the like button. Check down below, make sure you subscribe. Catch you live at twitch.tv/binks_play. Enjoy. With the Bishop, that's scary, man. It's a lot scarier, IMO. The Angel's scary too, but this Hood is stuck here. I guess I could Falcon this turn. But, I mean, they only have access to half their deck currently.
I am Iron Man.
I'm assuming a Falcon's coming down this turn. Yeah, it's just so tough. I think we're probably dusted here. 18's very attainable. Can we go here? Always loses the Bishop. We'll go here? Probably just run, right? Let's say it's bad now? Yeah, I'll play Spider-Man. Spider-Man Polaris, obviously. Miles. What if they just don't play around Surfer? I think we'll just say they don't play around Surfer. Tiny card, little baby card. Let's go! Oh my gosh! Oh. It's gonna be close actually, right? I think we get over the top by a single point. We're gonna win right and left by a single point, I think. Oh! Ice in his veins, chat. Ice in his veins. And 25 minutes to ads. Around 4 o'clock Central Time. You guys can start yelling at me for ads. I'd appreciate it. We just ripped the Bast here. Bast is okay. Say 1-4. You can be greedy though. You can play the Bast later. We can maybe snap them here, having them expect Washington, D.C. Brood. Or we could just draw the Brood. That could be cool too. They played Zabu on 2 though, so I think they're pretty happy with where they're at. Next turn is Bast Beast, maybe? Probably Bast Beast. Okay, another Darkhawk deck. Darkhawks out the wazoo. What if I keep this Widow's Bite in hand and Bast it? Is that too crazy? I don't think I need it. Wait, no, I'm keeping it in hand. I'm Basting it. I don't need any other cards. I think I just win with the cards in my hand, right? I think I'm Basting it. Maybe I should have Beast Basted. I should have done this in the opposite order. Bad order. 6 power Widow's Bite as a joke. Okay. Look how big this. Look at the Widow's Bite's almost bigger than their Darkhawk, chat. Bunka. Rating 7 right, we get to 16. Rating 9 right, we get to 18. Middle, we're adding 5, we get to 11. Maybe give on middle because of the Angela. Try this. We only lose 4. We're fine. The Darkhawk was kind of shitty. The Darkhawk kind of sucked there. we took advantage of the shit Darkhawk. The fact that the Darkhawk was only getting 4 power kind of made it fine. That's pretty funny. They thought the Enchantress was very scary. It was much less scary than you'd expect. Your scroll will look at all of your cards that have ongoing. Mystique turns into an ongoing card. We'll copy them. This is a wonderful Bast. We won't snap on this. Bast Forge Brood for 18. It's pretty good.
This is what we got. Everybody's a Binks fan.
Booty Twaps. Thank you so much for the tier 1. 1 sub closer to our goal of 1 million subs. Thank you. Oob. Oh, Rescue. The star of today's YouTube video. Pog. Obviously missing Bast here sucks a little bit, but we have like Iron Man Mystique stuff. We're in such a good position to win. Let's stack these. Let's give ourselves options. Actually, I might want to... I guess we can't play Iron Man Mystique with Dream Dimension, huh? I might just play this 18 here and tell him to beat it. I kind of like just playing 19 power left and saying, beat this idiot. Can't play Darkhawk in a Mystique, which is still quite strong. Let's just play it middle, actually. Turn off their Lizard, slam a bunch of power, and then we just like rescue Darkhawk in a lane. C5? It's probably C5, right? Like Darkhawk first, or Rescue first. Rescue into Darkhawk, into like Mystique something, maybe? Hopefully a decent top deck. Rockslide is really good. Mr. Cage. R&D a Cerebro 5 deck. Which means often we don't have to worry about Shang-Chi. Makes this Darkhawk feel extra nasty. And move the Silk, which is interesting. Surfer's best top deck. Fantastic isn't too bad either. This will be 9, 10, 12. That much, man. Mystique Korg, they just leave. I think Mystique Korg might be better. Probably playing Mystique Korg there. Very nice game. Didn't feel perfect, but I mean, this is just why the Forge Brood line Fast Forge Brood is just, yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts looking. That's all it took for us to win. Like our opponent, our opponent didn't know what else to do. They were just like, they were cooked, man. They're straight cooked. And Brood variant, that'd be very funny. I hope they do that. But I think Marvel is weird with their IP, where they wouldn't do stuff like that. I don't think there will ever be like content creator things or anything like that. Maybe I'm wrong. I would hope to be wrong. It'd be pretty cool. Black Widow Beast might be the play here. Forge Beast also pretty tempting. Black Widow Rockslide Beast also seems quite good. Playing up for a very big Hawk. Especially if we get a one drop, it can be very nice. All right, well, I guess we're just not doing that. Didn't really want to do that anyway. I was just like joking. It was just like a silly joke chat. I didn't really want to do that, so. This deck could have Sarah in it. I don't like the Sarah that much though, because like, you're like on 5, if you're playing Sarah, you're never playing Iron Man, right? I guess sometimes you're playing Iron Man Mystique if that's the case, but then it kind of goes away from like the main idea of the deck. So I personally don't love the idea of adding Sarah into it, but you could think about it. The ideal lines seem very tempting with that, but it's pretty hard to play around the ideal lines. I think the play here is Fantastic Bast. Setting up a big Brood right. Big-ish Brood right. Medium Brood. And then maybe we're like moving Darkhawking middle. Seems pretty nice. What are they cooking here? What are they cooking? Maybe just Darkhawk this turn. I'm scared of them playing Galactus, so I'm gonna do this. Literally, this is just a I'm terrified of Galactus play, if I'm being 100% honest with you. Pretty big Darkhawk. So I move the Darkhawk and potentially get, maybe do this. We go boom, 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 boom. I don't see how we lose here. If they snipe the Shang-Chi left and we say GG's. Galactus Inc., there's no way they Galactus staring at that giant Darkhawk. Maybe they Galactus right, but we stomp a Galactus right, so we're fine. I don't think they can Galactus mid here. I think they'd be so cold-blooded to Galactus mid here that I would be okay with them winning. Let's put it like that. Nice, GG's. This is how the deck is supposed to run, man. Even losing our beast, which I think would have led to an even better line than this. Man, this look at, I mean, obviously like they have Thanos, right? But we hit it with like even just the Rockslide, the Black Widow. When you're hitting those on curve, it can be really, really devastating. Get some really scary Hawks. Fist bump? I don't mind fist bumps at all. If they thumbs up me, then it sucks. I think fist bump is just the best way you can say GG in this game. So we'll Bast here. How greedy? Because if we top deck Brood, there's 3 cards we could top deck where we'd be pretty upset if we didn't Bast this turn. I guess if we top deck Cord, we're fine too. Let's just Bast now. Hope to get Forge. Snap on Forge. We get it. Okay. Punished. What if they're gonna fulfill left? GG. That was it you who I just played, Savage Eddie? Were you the one who Galactus me, you piece? I'm triggered by emotes? I mean, it's gonna happen. Yeah? Well played. In peace. I mean, they played the Soulstone left, which is pretty helpful. I'll just like add a Mr. Fantastic maybe at the end. Maybe they don't play around that. I feel like a non-zero amount of cards they have to play around. Oh, they did leave a space. Land right, please. Thank you. Bum, 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 bum. I mean, flipped Iron Man and Sister London goes pretty hard, right? We go flipped Iron Man, we go Mystique. Make some cool stuff happen. I don't really want to play anything else right now. Maybe we're just fine with this. This is probably fine. I don't really want to play this middle because it could land left and then we get into some trouble. But flipped Iron Man middle goes Pretty bonkers, right? Actually, interestingly enough, Savage Eddie, I considered playing the Mystique Surfer left to play around Legion right. I thought that there was a chance that you would play Legion right and then try and do the tricky thing where it gets like over the top. Tiny cards. Most of my cards are pretty tiny. Yeah, we just do this and a Mystique Surfer. Goes pretty hard. A lot of doubling action going on. Oh, let's see what you got. We might lose the left, but I don't know. It's pretty hard for them to get me here. Would have drawn serve without Yanu? Well, I could maybe get it next turn. Thank you. Would have been a little bit more fast and loose with it. If I know that you were going to do that. He's playing now just to go here. Or, sorry. Here? He's playing on Null Death, but like, Null isn't that crazy, right? Or is this silly? But I still just do this. If the Mystique doesn't land right, we can be in some trouble. They could also have Enchantress, which eats our lunch, right?
I am Iron Man.
Mystique, right?
I am Iron Man.
A bit scary, but we still have like okay amount coming out. Please land right. Either of them landing right. Ah, GG's. I don't see how they beat 80 without Enchantress. Enchantress gets us. Very nice. No Absman. So here's the thing. I think Absman could be very good in the deck. Baby TY2I. And I talked about this right when I built the deck. There's a couple things about it. I'm going to play Brood or Forge Brood Absman literally in the next deck that I'm going to play. And I've played it maybe in my last 2 decks as well. I've just been playing it a lot. And it kind of has some anti-synergy with the Bast. If I were going to run Absman in this, I'd probably cut the Beast. I'd maybe cut the Black Widow and add like Sinister Absorbing Man would maybe be my line there. I'm not exactly sure what I would do, but I'd probably cut the Beast for sure and maybe the Black Widow. The Black Widow just has really good synergy with the Beast. That's most of the reason why it's here. It's the worst Bast of all time, so we'll pass. So if you want the deck to be better, subbing Beast for Absman and maybe cutting the Black Widow for another 3 or something like that is potentially just a better way to play. Maybe cutting it for like a Sarah. Maybe you go like cut the Beast, cut the Black Widow, add Absman Sarah maybe. But I didn't really want to. I didn't really want to because I'm just playing that combo so often. And while it's one of the best combos in the game, I don't know. It's just not as fun to me to keep playing the exact same combo. That makes sense. But if you want the best version of this deck, it probably does include the Absman. All right, enjoy all of your rocks. This is horrifying. But we do have some really good things with Sinister London potentially. As long as we can get our very powerful cards. Do I Bast yet? I think I can Bast now. Want the Bast back in hand? Yeah, I do want the Bast back in hand. I do want the Bast back in hand. We don't have to play it left because if I get 2 in hand, I'll miss a draw. But I'll take the Bast back in hand. We'll Bast everything. Maybe play another Rockslide or something. We're just setting up for a monster Darkhawk, right? We kind of need to draw the Darkhawk. Plus, getting a 0-power Bast. If we draw Darkhawk next turn, we can Bast it, which is nice. Or an Iron Man. Iron Man, Darkhawk, Mystique, all very good to Bast next turn. What do we get? Brood? Not too bad to Bast either. Go like here, maybe? Double Forge on the Brood? Maybe we don't go double... it doesn't matter, right? Because one will land somewhere, and then wherever the Forge land, it can mess up our Brood. It could also not mess up our Brood. I think it's a 50-50 either way. Like, if we don't play the Rockslide... Okay, for instance... If we don't play the Rockslide... If we play the Rockslide here, it's a 50-50 wherever this Brood... Or if we play, like, the Rockslide here, it's a 50-50 if the Brood lands right or middle. I guess if we... No, I think we're fine no matter what, right? So we'll always have a good we'll always have a good brood spot, no matter what. Okay, there's no, I'm forgetting the bast. I don't know. I think it's a 50-50 no matter what. This is it's too hard. Too hard to think about, chat. Did I mess up and forge my bast? Son of a bitch. This is why I don't think about things too much. It's gonna be a big bast though, chat. We beat this? Chat, you know what the difference there was? You know what the difference there was, chat? You know what they say? The true sign of a genius isn't someone who wins, or isn't someone who does smart things on purpose. It's someone who does smart things on accident. You guys didn't see, let me grab this. Yesterday, someone said White Claw. I don't know who it was. It might have been you too, Wookie. But someone said White Claw, and then I was just like, I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I said, if someone knows how to make Photoshop, I want you to make Flaviano Forge, but with the White Claw logo as his little thing and him chugging a White Claw. And then this was in our Discord, not just a couple hours later. So I appreciate you for doing stuff like that. It means a lot, man. Very, very funny card. Very funny looking card. Do we best? Yes, we best and snap. Best and snap. Wait, we actually best not here. Just because we know this is a good brood location. We don't know if the other locations are good brood locations. Would a castle had you forged the surfer? Yeah, but I wasn't going to forge the surfer. I was going to forge the brood most likely. Plus, I couldn't have forged the surfer and hit the brood. It would have been weird. It would have been weird. Then the brood wouldn't have gotten hit by the surfer. I might have lost the right. Why don't you shut your mouth? I'm sorry, that was unnecessary. These broods will be 8 landing in Fist Tower. That's a good number. So we will do that. 8 is a good number to be in Marble Snap. Yes, I'm going to try and play C5 later today. I think C5 is very good. I think C5 will be in a very good spot. I can't believe the double for Forge Bast was why we won that game. That was so crazy. Ooh, we wanted to play just Rockslide most likely next turn, so. Actually looking quite juicy. Or do we Beast? It's just Rockslide. Maybe next turn we Black Widow Beast. There's a word where we Black Widow Beast next turn. Depends on what we top deck. C5, dude, C5 is probably so good right now. It did lose Carol, which hurts. Losing Carol is not great. We might not play Surfer if they have Sean. If they have Sean, it might be the only way they win. So we might have to make the psycho play of not playing Surfer next turn. Unless they fulfill, then we're vibing. It's probably Jeff though, if I had to guess. Jeff or Nightcrawler. Oh, yo, this is actually kind of sick. They didn't pull the hood back into hand because of our Black Widow. Oh yeah. Oh, there's no way they beat 27, right? We just take advantage of the fact that they want to Sean Middle and they think Sean Middle will win. Get a W here. I can't imagine they beat 27, right? Darkhawk becomes 15. If they just Dinosaur left is 15. We're adding 16. We win the tiebreaker. If they have Dinosaur Agent, I guess they have little stuff they can play too. But all their little stuff lowers their dinosaur power. It helps Bishop though. Pump up the Squirrel, just in case of Sean is actually a very good point. I've got the Swirl instead of the Darkhawk in case of Sean. left, which would be very... Oh, they have priority. Wait. Hold up. I still think we make this play, even though they have priority. Even if this is full power Mysterio left, they're not even close. Yeah, but I should have... I think avoiding Surfer is just correct either way. But I should have realized I didn't have priority, so it didn't really matter. Not even close. GG's. Really cool game. And sometimes you just don't need Surfer, right? Like 8 power broods are kind of enough. But we did throw priority there, which I didn't even realize, which was good of us, which we kind of wanted to do. Forge Brood, very good. Lose to Enchantress, but yeah, I just had to pick. I think a lot of times, more likely than not recently, those decks are running Sean instead. I just had to snooze my ads. Remember, after this game, yell at me about ads, please, chat. It's kind of nice. We just throw 2 5-power Broodlings over here. What's that? Very pleasant. That's very annoying. Top deck Beast is best top deck here, maybe. Darkhawk's pretty good too, right? Maybe still just getting 1 Broodling in here could be enough with the Surfer and the Mr. Fantastic. Maybe. Cerebro 5, right? So their breakpoint here is they're aiming for 16. Darkhawk ever get me over the hump? Very rarely. Very rarely it gets to 14. I have to do a lot of work. Maybe they don't get Cerebro. Maybe they play the Cerebro right. I don't know. Let's figure it out.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
We were gonna do that. That was gonna happen anyway. So Spider-Man did practically nothing there. Very interesting. Fast Hawk into... Man, this is not enough. Darkhawk's only 6. It's pretty weak, actually. Horg top deck would go pretty nutty here. We'll get to 5, 8. We'll get to 16 left. It just depends on how much they can get and juice with the Cerebro. Depends on how much Cerebro juice they have in them. They can go like Brood Cerebro. If they go Brood Cerebro, they get to 28, right? I think that's their play. This is a bit psycho, but I think they go Brood right, Cerebro left. Or Brood mid, Cerebro left. Come on. Come on! Oh, wait, they messed up their Cerebro? Oh, they weren't even close. Let's go. They missed their Cerebro. Easy peasy. Yo, what up, Paper? You're gonna play some of this? Why are you so smart? Dude, this is so cool, dude. Bounce Surfer Hawk, dude. It's so much fun.